I'm Justin Thames, Director of Governmental Affairs for the Florida Institute of CPAs. And welcome to Impact Report, your update on all things impacting the CPA profession here in Tallahassee. So this week marks the first week of interim committee meetings leading up to the 60-day legislative session. So this has been a little bit of an adjustment with the COVID pandemic, as everybody can imagine. The committee meetings are pretty much remote, and the public is not allowed to go and sit in the gallery or sit in the audience like they normally would. It's going to be an adjustment for us as we continue to advocate on behalf of the profession, but we did learn quite a number of things this past week. First, the state budget, while we thought it was going to be very bad leading into this legislation, it's not quite as bad as we thought. Still a $2 billion deficit, but not to where it could have been over the last summer. Thankfully, there was a little bit of sales tax revenue that we saw come in over the last couple months. So what that means is the legislature is going to be looking for some money. One of the ways we think they're going to help fill that hole is to pass the Wayfair remote sales legislation that we've seen the last couple of years. Again, filed by Senator Joe Gruters, CPA in the state Senate, and Representative Chuck Clemens. We've got the bill in our bill tracker, House Bill 15, that you can read a little bit more about. Essentially, it's going to require the marketplace providers to collect that sales tax on remote sales, and those out-of-state remote sellers to also collect that sales tax that is due to the state. Some good progress there. We do anticipate that bill finally making it over the finish line this year, but that all could change over the next couple months. In particular, the profession, another bill that we've seen for the last 2 years is the Sunset Review Act, where all the professions are going to have to go through this review process within the next couple of years to determine whether or not they should continue to exist. As we mentioned last year, the CPA profession is one of those professions that is listed in this bill. We don't anticipate it being a negative impact on the profession. We talked to the bill sponsor, Representative Paul Renner, last year. So while we are included, we do feel comfortable with the fact that we're going to make it through that review process. There's several other bills in the bill tracker to kind of keep updated on. We'll do that over the next couple months, but you can always follow along on those bills. If you want to get an idea of all the issues that the FICPA has passed in our legislative policies for this session, we also have that link included below. Thank you so much for following along. We're going to continue to bring these updates as the legislative session gets closer, and then every other week during the 60-day session. If you have any questions about these bills, or if you're hearing of any legislation that's out there, feel free to email me at govaffairs@ficpa.org. Thank you so much for following along, and thank you for your membership.